Hello again and welcome back. Now you'll remember yesterday we polished these shoes with 5 coats of sapphire, medite or dark brown, and those layers of polish that we put on we've allowed to set overnight. Now the next thing to do is the mirror gloss. Again, another sapphire product. And again, I'm not being paid to tell you about this. This is all broken up, but it's okay, it's quite usable. Now what we do is we alternate very thin layers of the mirror gloss polish with water, and I'm going to treat the water with this stuff, isopropanol. It's what we used to call surgical spirits. It's 99% alcohol, and it keeps the water cool. You need that water to be quite cool in order to build up the layers. So what I've got for that purpose is this thing, a lovely water dispenser. So I'll put some water in here. I'll use this. This is my Jackfield. It's actually a milk jug from the 1890s, I think, this one. It could be earlier, it's certainly Victorian. I've got the teapot. I've got a couple of Jackfield teapots, and they're absolutely terrible to make tea in. I tried it, and the tea, I will put that much water in, the tea tasted foul as soon as you get hot water applied to that stuff. And I don't know why. I've got 2 different sets. I thought it might have just been one that was contaminated, and it wasn't. There's a decent proportion of isopropyl in there. And I read up about it, and it seems that they used manganese to get this black finish on the pottery. And maybe it's the manganese. I don't know. But I've had to put little notes in those teapots saying, for myself or anyone in the future, do not make tea in this, it's probably poisonous. It won't make any difference to what I'm doing here. There you can see how the water just pops out. We won't need those. And one at a time I shall layer the polish onto the shoes. Now here's a thing: you do not need to mirror polish, and you shouldn't mirror polish the vamp. That's going to bend when you're walking and it'll just crack the polish, so there's no need whatsoever to do that. You can get some on it, but don't try to achieve the same effect on that bit that you're getting on the toe cap. I also do the heel caps, and we'll see what kind of a finish we get, but you really, I'll just pick out a small lump here and get it up against the edge so I can get some onto my cloth. So just a very thin layer of polish onto this toe cap to start with. And you can feel it once it's there and you've got a smooth surface and it begins to shine a little bit. Look, already. Then using the same hand, just tap on that little bit of water, not very much at all, just go over the top. Now up to now we've been counting the number of layers, the number of times that we polished with the cream polish, the number of times that we put the renovateur on. Now we stop doing that. Now what we do is we time it, just so you know how much time you're spending. And I like to spend 10 minutes on each shoe, then alternate, and the 10 minutes that you're spending on the other one allows the polished layers to set and to dry and you keep doing that, and you can go on and on and on, and in the end you're only just barely touching both the polish and the water, and you will achieve a shine like nothing you've seen before. Or maybe you have. If you've been in the army, or if you watch shoe cleaning videos, as I sometimes do. This repetition is a very useful thing. I find it a mind cleansing thing. You don't need to talk. Your mind can go completely blank. And that takes you into a different place. When you've been doing this for 10 or 15, 20 minutes and not speaking and just polishing, it allows problems to be solved subconsciously. Creativity bubbles to the surface. You know, like you solve a lot of problems when you're in the shower, or I do, or in that hour before you fall to sleep, when your brain is relaxed. And this does the same thing. Relaxes you. Sometimes it's nice just to breathe on them, and adds a bit more moisture. Doesn't matter if you put more water on than polish, or more polish than water. Try to keep it roughly even. And in the end, you stop going around in little circles and you start doing this back and forth motion as you buff what you're putting on. Now you can maybe just see the reflection of the lights on the toe cap there, and it's a fuzzy, indistinct reflection at the moment. Now, these lights are made up of, that I was reflecting that in, are made up of about 12 different points, and when eventually you've got the right level of mirror shine there, you can see those individual points starting to reflect through. So we've got quite a way to go at the moment, but that doesn't matter. We've got all the time in the world. the shine is beginning to come through, and if I don't know if you can see the difference there between the side of the vamp and the quarter and the toe cap itself as that mirror shine starts to develop. I'll do the heel cap now, just give that a chance to set. There's lots of different ways of achieving this sort of shine. I've seen people do it by setting fire to the polish in the tin or even on the shoe itself. I think that's all a bit performative and a bit dramatic and not totally necessary. I mean, it's a way, and it probably speeds up the process if anything, but I don't think there's anything wrong with taking your time on things like this. The longer you take on it, the more pleasure you're getting. It's not a chore, this. You mustn't look at it as a chore. It's a pleasure. This is something to look forward to at the end of a long day's work. This little piece of peace and quiet that I'm not letting you achieve by yapping while I'm doing it. The soldiers would sit in the barrack room, sometimes in complete silence, sometimes just a little low murmur of chat. And at the end of it, they'd have something they could be pleased with and proud of. Now that is beginning to look like something, but we're not there yet. I'll show you up against yesterday's effort. You've already put your base on here of 5 coats, and now we're starting to get the shine. And what I'll do is I'll buff the whole of this shoe just so you can see something like what it's going to turn out like. You see the quarters and the vamp won't look too much different. It will look certainly more than passable. There. see now, there is a significant difference between the two. And we're not there yet. But what I'm going to do is take these and work on them quite a lot more. And I'll see you again tomorrow, and we'll do another little session, maybe the final session, and you'll see what the end result is. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.